Bada bing, bada boom. Another really sketchy thing about this setup was when I was putting it together, I snapped that pressure plate bolt and that one. So yeah, now we can freshen that up and not be worried about that. I'm really hoping the rear main isn't leaking because I didn't order one. So it might send me back a little bit, but we'll see here in a sec. Boom, on the stand, trans out. I'm gonna do a quick cleanup and try to move some of this stuff in the back so then I can easily lay out my bolts for disassembling. Should be good. Got the goods off. Clutch doesn't seem too bad, honestly. That's why I think last time I had the motor out, I didn't even replace it because looks like it's got some good life. Pressure plate, it's got some hot spots on it, but it kind of had those last time I pulled it out and I just scotch brighted all of it. Same with the flywheel. I was able to scotch right pretty much all these down, but I'm sure that's not the way to go. Got a whole white bunny setup I'll be throwing on. Intake is off. Got the oil relocation off. I think I'm gonna stop running it just cause it's honestly kind of a pain and it's just a pain. I don't want it. I'm just gonna deal with doing the oil filters from here. Anyways, so this side's pretty much ready to spray down. I'm gonna take the car outside and just blast it with water. Cover all the connectors, mask off the intake. Probably won't spray too hard up here. Pretty much just to get the block cleaned. So I'll spray it with some degreaser, whole front of the motor as well. So right now I'm gonna go ahead and take off the turbo and do the same thing on this side. Mask off whatever needs to be masked and get it ready to clean up and then take the pans off. Turbo's off and it's more unfortunate than I thought. So, I mean, this guy was loose and then originally I thought it was just one. Kind of hard to see. Let me grab a light. So originally it looked like it was just this stud that had snapped. So I was hoping to just replace that. And then when I was taking this guy off, I realized the nut was pretty loose. And then this whole thing on the other side completely popped out. So hopefully it's not all fucking stripped in there. Because if that's completely stripped, which it kind of looks like it is, I'll be slightly toast. So that's where we're at. Because the plan was to then run, so instead of dealing with all this, I was gonna do just bolts. That'd be kind of hard on this one now that I'm looking at it. Yeah, that'd be really hard. But I wanted to run bolts in like that and spot weld them. Now that we're here, I don't know what the plan is. So I'm just gonna keep taking it apart and further inspect. Nice, so turbo's off. Luckily, this was not, for some reason I think because the way the gasket was on here, and it was just the only split in the gasket. This is one of the S15 thick boys, multi-layer. This is the only part that had a little bit of an issue. So originally I thought that the stud had snapped way deep in there. But luckily, it's just right there. I'm gonna go ahead and give it my best shot to try to drill this out. Quick walk around before I spray it off. Coated. Well, that's how it went. I need to go get some degreaser because this is not coming off. And then I also need to go get a socket for the crank. Also, I don't know if I mentioned, but the broken stud ended up coming out easily. I just picked at it with my flat head and it scrolled on out. So that was good. Motor's in. I got clean a little bit. I wish the cover would have got clean, so I'll probably scrub that. But the main things I was trying to clean was just the block, because these pans, I have another set somewhere. Where'd they go? Oh, right here. Oh, dang, I thought they were clean. This lower pan's clean already. That'll save some time. So I'll just have to clean that lower pan. We in here, man. What is that? Crank is off. It was honestly kind of a pain. I had to end up renting one of these guys because it would not come off. Front cover puking. This seal's probably toast. I think what was the main cause of this leak is I had loosened. Originally, I had taken all these bolts off like super long ago. And then I didn't reseal the front cover, I just zipped them back on. Gotta take the valve cover off because there's 2 10s that feed through, I believe. Front cover is just about cleaned off. I turned the motor upside down because I gotta make sure I clean in these crevices where it seals up to the head gasket. Pump's all cleaned up. So I just gotta lay a bead down and put it on. I haven't documented too much today because I've been just trying to go. Motor's pretty much back together. Intake and all the accessories except for the power steering because I left the power steering in the car. But I got the new gasket for, just having to thread out some stuff. So I got the new gasket, outside locking tabs, and I also got some new hardware. So I have the same locking nuts that I've been using, but now I also have these Nord washers that I'm gonna throw on top. So hopefully that keeps everything together. I got studs still sitting around, so I'll put that back together in a sec. Right now I'm working on swapping all the goodies from my tranny to this one. The reverse sensor, and I'm gonna move the mounts over because that one seems a little shittier. But other than that, tranny's now ready to go. Turbo's back on. New attempt at getting these to stay on. Some Nord washers. I think, yeah, and these are locking nuts. I torqued the studs down, and hopefully this stays on for at least, I don't know, a few events. So now this is the new clutch kit. Competition clutch, white bunny. It's the complete kit. Yep, full disc, should be good. Almost ready to jam. Had some bad luck with the flywheel. I guess this is what I was running prior, which is insane because of how much threads pop through. Like, that's what was holding on my flywheel for the last year. So I did a terrible job recording the rest of everything that happened, other than I think putting the motor in, because yeah, I don't know, I was pretty over today. I didn't want to film anything. It's all back together, it's all running, letting it warm up. It's already bled, but I had to pull it out to put the skirts on. But the trans is so quiet. You used to be able to hear it just screaming anytime the input shaft was spinning. I don't know if you guys ever heard it on here, but yep. So gonna do that, put the hood on and give it a good wash. I didn't film any of the driving, but check it out. Car's done. Drives great. Trans is super quiet. I think I might have a boost leak. I do need to change the axle still. I'll probably try to do that tomorrow, seeing how motivated I am. And then I gotta figure out how to get this horn to stay in that steering wheel. But other than that, car's doing good. Yup. Till next time, guys.